Hello and welcome to the Simply Houses mod spotlight. So this is a mod that adds a bunch of new structures to the world, and similar to how I've done in previous videos, we're just going to go through all the different structures. So number one is Forest Chapel. So I just wanted to see what sort of stuff we're dealing with. We've got a terracotta roof. It's kind of an interesting roof. That is actually a gap in the roof. I've never seen a roof quite like that. Uh, Now, should we look at the? It's pretty good design here. All right, wow, quartz with wool. Oh, look at the variation in the textures. This is really cool. Don't worry about that. Cool. Not quite sure why it sticks there. Uh, Interior with stripped wood. Is this the whole? Wow, literally the floor. Yeah, this looks very modern. Um, there's things here that I've literally never seen before. Even something like that is kind of unusual. Really cool design though. I definitely am feeling that. And wow, this is cool as well. I like this, like the cobwebs in this sort of in the kind of attic sort of area. Let's just jump out. So yeah, really cool design. Even the little buttresses there, that's really cool. Uh, yeah, you know a build is good when they do the stairs and then they have the block and then the stair underneath to create like that kind of that thick roof. Um, but yeah, and the way it's placed, right? It's a wood block like every five. Yeah, and barrels. Not quite sure what the barrel's supposed to signify, but yeah, really cool block. Really cool build, this one. So it makes me think that this is going to be some pretty good design. Uh, so let's move on to the next one. And the next one is, it looks like, yeah, it's kind of, I guess it's one of those medieval ones. That's why the design level is sort of bumped up. Often when it's like modern design or just, yeah, there's a big variation, I can tell you. Just 'cause I've done quite a few of these videos in the sort of thing. So this one is the fort. Just looking at the roof. Again, they've done the same thing with the roof. A little bit more detail on the roof. That's interesting. Yeah, I like that, putting the solid blocks on the roof. For some reason I've never thought of that before. Uh, and there's definitely some variation in the window design as well, which is really cool. I think this maybe is supposed to be in water. I think that's probably part of the actual. We've got this entire brick. Okay, I see. Yeah. What's this door called? No, not portcullis. That's the window. Draw. Is it just drawbridge? I guess so. So you go in here. This is where the archers do their training and stuff. That's cool. For some reason, I just had this weird flashback of oh, not Kingdoms of Amalur. There's a more recent one I played, a really cool RPG game. I can't remember the name. But really, it's one of my. I don't like that many RPG games. But anyway, this is really good contrast with the blue and the purple. It's not even contrast, is it? Uh, it's not complementary colors. It's the other one. It's when all the colors are close to each other, and they kind of yeah, they complement each other. It's weird. They complement each other, but it's not complementary because complementary is opposite. Maybe I got that wrong. Wow, again, pro strats with this stuff, and that's like a solid block, isn't it? Yeah. How is that possible though? It's kind of weird. It's like, I guess it is possible. It's just like, well, this corridor, wow, it's amazing. I feel like this is going to be the whole video where I'm just saying how good it is. It's not great to do that, but yeah, I don't know. I often think like, wish I could do this design, and it's like surely I could do it, but I just seriously, it's just like it really is about getting the pillars in right, and then work. It's like I know how to do it. I'd have to do it in component parts, get the pillars right, get the roof right, get the floor stuff with the slabs to make it the half thing. But yeah, because it's not that complex, you know. It's, you know, there's certainly a higher level than this, but it's just all these little things you need to like. Even this, like with the balcony, that adds so much to have that. But yeah, another really cool design though for sure. Let's try go a bit faster. I have a feeling we're just not going to go that fast on this, to be honest, because this stuff is awesome. Let's go for the roof again. Wow, it's kind of crazy, like how cool the roof you can make just by combining that solid block. This is interesting as well with the corner. There's not that many components to the roof. This top, it looks like there's a lot of variation in the top of the roof. This is like a longer structure, I guess. Yeah, doing the chimney stuff is quite tough. Got signs around there. I guess it's just like signs. It's just not. It's just signs, and then you have. Yeah, there's no reason why the signs would be there. I guess. Well, they are. But yeah, all of them are. Wow, the wall design is really weird. Only stairs on the window level, and then slabs there. Man, I like the entranceway. Entranceways like this are really cool. And that's interesting. It's trying to give the impression of a larger door. What is that? That's the dark oak pressure plate, isn't it? No. The trapdoor, yeah, I always get them confused. You wouldn't use pressure plates for it. Well, I don't really get them confused, to be honest, but I'm just... Ooh, wow. Oops. Well, let's get rid of this stuff. Yeah, I've seen this, the blacksmith area. They just put a load of bricks around it. Yeah, I think what always confuses me is like, is a lot of builds. Like this build's got... How many types of wood have we got here? One. It's just... Is it just spruce and oak here? I guess it is. No, it's not. It's dark oak as well. Okay. Is that supposed to be 4-poster or something? It does add to it for sure. What's that? Composter. So yeah, that's something you have to do. You have to put all that stuff on every side. There's actually nothing else in here. There's no way to get to any other structure here. Weird. Oh no, okay. The staircase is right around the corner. Interesting. Where was the staircase here? Oh, we're in a different room now. Wow, pretty nice structures though, for sure. That's cool, isn't it? Little flower pot there. I feel like this is exactly the same. The key to this, like, if I was going to build something like this, I'd probably build this floor first, right in the middle. Because like when you have a bunch of doors going to different places. Okay, that goes nowhere. Okay. But yeah, I would like to build, but the thing about building is this: it's just like it gets a lot of views, but again, we've got a similar thing here. I think that's about it. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is just going to be a very long video, unfortunately. It's just because the builds are really good. I like to look at the builds, but just, yeah. What we got here? It's just about the components, right? Like everything is just slightly different on each one. Like the roofing stuff is slightly different on each one. This has got another slightly different window design. We've seen this in the previous one, right? It looks like there's some more stuff going on with the fences. And then you have to the combination of that. But see, it's quite formulaic. This is that a difference? I think it's just a shadow, right? Yeah. Let's look at the entranceway. Yeah, it's an interesting approach to the entranceway. Yeah, I think it adds a lot to have the red carpet there. Another blacksmith. Oh no, that is a blacksmith. That's another approach to the blacksmith area, right? Instead of having the blast furnace. Huh. You can put sea pickles in anything, can't you? They don't do anything there. What's the point of the red glass there? Interesting. Another bed design. How do you get the bed to be like that though? Huh, that is weird. So what is that? Is that like impossible to put one of those impossible? I know people... That is so weird. That's some weird trick with signs, it looks like. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, I bet that. I wonder how that's done. There are like these little tricks and stuff like that. Then up here. There's not too much up here. Yeah. This is the roof, right? Okay. All right. This is definitely one. I would love to. I don't know. I might try and do something like this. This is definitely like the level that I want to try. Like harder than this is too hard for me, but this level I feel I could potentially do it. It's difficult though. This is getting a little bit tougher now. Which world are we in here? Plains house. Let's look at the roofing. Pretty standard roofing this time. Chimney design's also quite interesting. Kind of like that chimney. It's better than the others. We've got a little balcony. Oh, that's interesting. What is that? Polished, yeah. Okay. Right, polished basalt with... That is true. The basalt does have different textures on the side. So that's actually quite useful to do it that way. It looks like you're using 3 different blocks. That's pretty cool. What else we got? Entranceway looks cool. Interesting. Yeah, there's always this block, right? Whenever you have more than 2 stairs, this one there's always going to be like something you have to put underneath there. They sort of quit doing it here, though. It's kind of interesting. They just did it for a few blocks. Because obviously you would actually need support all the way in. But these little areas are quite cool. Because you can create a nice shape there as well. And then again, another approach to the door. I do like that, doing the door thing. I wonder if this is again like... Oh no, actually that one isn't so... That's interesting though. Internally, yeah, the stone buildings. These are like probably got the oldest sort of like history in Minecraft because stone has been around for. What is this? Wow, who would have thought doing a window like that? That is crazy. Because you think because scaffolding, yeah, it's all with that, isn't it? Well, it's the same window, but I wonder if there's other windows like that. What's going on here? What? Unlit campfire with signs. That's cool. I like that. There's a lot of things I haven't seen. That's why I'm taking so long on it. Normally I just breeze through these things. But I can't stand watching any of the the building YouTubers, so I don't really see this stuff. But like, if I probably watch the person who made these things, I would just turn them off after 5 seconds. But yeah, that's pretty cool though. Okay, interesting. There's the problem. When you write, I think this is called Simply Houses, I think, this mod. And it's like, yeah, okay, so simple, bro. That is normal size. Isn't that, what is that? So we've got birch. I guess you need to really look. Birch, oak. You know what I'm noticing is that, I can't remember if it was the same, but they choose like 3 different types of wood. What is that? Well, actually, this has got a bunch in there. This has got birch, oak, and yeah, literally birch, oak. The darker wood is for the highlights, though, right? So that might be a thing. It's complementary colours, and then the highlights are the darker. That's something which I think is quite common. Is that a dark highlight again? Yeah. Yeah, I wonder why they decided to do the table with the same colours. I guess it's literally just the walls, because it's not a highlight, the table. It's a feature, so it's interesting nonetheless. And then we've got this little bit. Yeah, because there's so many different things to think about. There's the design of the rooms, and there's the overall structure. What on earth is that? Okay, yeah. Let's not look at that. Cool though. Very good. Do we see what was in here? Yeah. Okay, that's in that wing of the house. Okay. Alright, let's go to the mansion. You good? You good, bro? Yeah, okay, this is a big one. Interesting. This is another player head. Oh, wow. I've never seen that in a build. That's interesting. It does look a bit like smoke, though. Very cool. It looks like this is a common thing to do the thing with the basalt. Look at the roofing again. Similar roofing. Kind of more simplistic. Got this one. No cornering, though. It's kind of interesting there's like a more variety in that. It's an interesting approach to it. Yeah, this would be very hard to build. Like, I don't think I could do this. Even it would take me like I could do it, but it would just take me like 20 hours. It would take me too long. So what is the way in? This looks like a I don't know what this. Where is the entrance here? If we can find the entrance. This place has got no entrance. Yeah, you've got no entrance. That is a bit of a problem. Yeah, I mean it makes no sense, right? I guess this is supposed to be the entrance. Smithing table. What is this supposed to be? This is just like a bin. There's a main kitchen table with some arm stands. Two. Yeah, it's 5, and then a 3, and then a couple, and then the stairs are 2s. This is quite interesting. You've got a 3x5, but you've got the you've got this being like a doublet or whatever. I don't know what the word is for it. Again, we've got the use of that. I like that. That's quite smart, isn't it, with the basalt and the iron bars. Not bad. Not bad. Go up the stairs. More of a substantial balcony. It looks like it's going to connect to the other places, but it doesn't. Yeah, interesting approach. Was that lilac? Some long lanterns. I like the. It's kind of interesting having 2 different colours. Okay. And let's just jump back in somewhere. Yeah. I think that's the door, bro. But yeah, a lot of it is reused. These hallways are really one of the most important things to be able to build. If you can build a bunch of these hallways, you can basically get. What is the deal with this? Yeah, they're same orientation, those two. Are they in the same block space? They're not. Is that just a... No, that it looks like it's actually intentionally supposed to be like that. Maybe not. No, you know what? I don't think it is. I think it's just a mistake. Huh. That is a cabinet. I know the sort of cabinet that's thinking of. It's not one of those types of cabinet that don't really exist anymore. It's got a nice lighting, nice space there. It would be too. The thing is, a lot of these places would be too dark without. That's what you have to realize. It's like you should probably always have night vision on because most of these places would be way too dark. There's nowhere near enough lighting. Do we explore everything here? Kind of. I may be missing a few rooms, especially in this place. Would like to sort of see what is in this sort of higher up section, but hard to find it, right? Oh, is that even possible? How do you even do that? Placement of that. This is like a roof section. All right. Yeah, you have to really get your numbers right when you do stuff like this. Like you'd be measuring this. This is bound to be odd number, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. All right. So yeah, we've got a few left. Taiga Forge. Wow. More substantial. I guess you need a bigger fire if the weather's colder. That is certainly bigger. Should we go straight down? Wow, we've got some gold there. little bit of a... Oh, wow, nether portal. Going straight into the guts of this one. But I don't want to do everything exactly the same way. That's better loot. This is more like a... whatever they call it in America when they have like a little terrace at the front. What do they call that thing? Get off my yard. What is it? See, in Europe, we'd be like, that's a foyer or something. We wouldn't call it what they call it. I think we'd call it veranda, I think is the word we use. I need to get... Because the thing is, like... Or they might call it, like... how do they pronounce it? Is it like... I think they pronounce it like Porsche. Or they might call it porch. Maybe they call it porch. Get off my porch. Is that American? Interesting. This is about the point where I wonder if the developer's Canadian. It looks worse, to be honest. This structure is pretty cool, though. Let's see what's up. I've really gone through this one a little bit haphazardly, but yeah. Through here. Oh, well, honey blocks. Oh, we've got a beekeeper here, have we? Well, is that what they like to eat? The what are you called again? Another wart block. I always yeah, I always think of the red nether bricks for some reason. It's like a block you never see. There you go. It's a bit of contrast. Or whatever. It would look better like that, actually, probably. Alright, did I look at the roof? Roof, no roof, but we have those things. Interesting, the odd placement. This is going to be a 3 and a 5. Oh, no, it's a 3 and a 7. Actually, it's a... Well, it's a 4 again. I think there is a kind of like a professional thing to that. Like if you have like, because if you look at that, it's actually quite aesthetically pleasing. But it is a 4 and it is a 7 in the middle. This I like. This window is a window that I've liked. Yeah. Again, I can't remember the name of it. This is a triangular window. It's very popular in France. We don't really have it in Britain, but in France, it's a very popular style window. That. Wow, stone with wood. That's again a little bit more unusual. And yeah. Definitely some different approaches to things here, right? What's the staircase? I wonder what's going on under the staircase. Not much, right? And it goes straight into the bookshelves. Alright, let's try the next one. Oh, that was the forge, though, to be fair, so that's why it looked a bit different. And this is the house. Let's just maybe go back to the old style of doing it. Cross. What was that? Is that? It's very symmetrical, that, isn't it? That is super symmetrical. Right, interesting how like this only extends a little bit. That is weird. It's almost like two different houses placed on top of each other. This is definitely Canadian. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. It's pretty cool. Well, again, really unusual choice there. Composters with different types of leaf. No, no, it's just the lighting. It's funny though. I don't know if that is it's like normal, but it looks different when it's lit up. It's hard to say though because with using texture packs, things look a bit different. Not quite sure what is going on here. There's definitely more creativity in this one. This room I like, but it is a little bit. It is a little bit like, yeah. I do think the design is generally worse here in the Taiga ones. It's just a little bit all over the place. There's no real design. I don't know. I do like this room though. It's hard, like, because often when something's designed better, it will give you like less of an emotional response. So it's hard to like. There's a good contrast with the colours there. What we got there? Just the grey concrete powder. Isn't that wool though? Wait, yeah. Light grey concrete powder and wool. That's all it is. They work pretty well together. This is a light blue, yeah. This I know. I remember using this and thinking that's not light blue. Okay, let's not go into that room for the sixth time. But yeah, pretty cool. Did I even go in? There's not much internally here though, is there? Kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. Is that like what takes up the whole of that room? Basically, yeah. Be interesting just to have that top section complete to really. This is actually something I might build. This particular top of the whole thing, because you've got so much like just the shape of the room is really good. There's a lot of like stuff in the way, but if you actually just look at the shape of the room, I don't know. I guess this probably needs to be a bit bigger though. But the overall that sort of it's like that sort of like a certain type of hat, like a I think bowler hat maybe is a good way of looking at it. It would look better if it was bigger. Anyway, and we've also got a couple left. I might go through these ones a little bit quicker just because this video is for the amount of buildings there are. This video should have been done like in half the time. Taiga Inn. Okay. Where's a massive lava patch there? But anyway, what are we using here? Light grey again? Yeah. Okay, but instead of the powder, it's the concrete. Again, we've got the use of the cyan panes. I think there were cyan panes in the last one as well. I can see how cyan goes well with this, though. And to be fair, there is consistency here. That is dark oak. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not going to to be honest, I'm not going to waste my time with building. As much as I would like to do it, it's just so time consuming and my end result is always pretty average. And it's like, yeah, the views are great on it, but they're not coming to me, so I may as well do other things. We'll see. If I get to the point where I can just like mess around for like 100 hours, then I might try it. I might try to improve my building skills. Cause I do often feel like I could probably do this. It's like as far as art goes, this is I don't know, it's kind of hard. You just need to look at everything modular. This is a column. Look at signs and the trapdoors. This is the inn. Is this not the inn? It is the inn. That's why there's so many chairs. Classic old school fireplace there. Restroom. Bar. There's not another. And then upstairs, some brewing stuff. It's like the hotel area, isn't it? Or the inn. Well, yeah. I mean, they're all right. They're too small, though, these little rooms. It's not my favourite, this one, to be honest. There's only so much you can do. Like, when you have an inn, you basically need to have very small little rooms if you're going to make it this size. So they're never going to look very good. There's only so much you can do in, like, a certain amount of blocks. That is one constraint that is definitely apparent. Let's take a look at the attic. Oh, the attic looks cool, though. How have you managed to do that? Oh, it's a kelp block. Sorry, I thought it was a chest for a minute. Alright, and finally we have the woodcutter. Okay. Interesting. There's the chimney. Now we just got... It's kind of like they just said, like, I'm only going to use one, or I'm going to use this combination of two. Always going to use the cyan glass. I don't think we've seen jungle trapdoors. This reminds me of the old school style. Too many colours in this room. Yeah, I definitely do feel that the previous ones were better. It's kind of interesting they went for those colours on the floor, though. Because that is similar to the these guys, isn't it? It's not far off. It's probably the closest you could get. So I can see why they've chosen that colour. But yeah. And then up here we have nothing of great interest. Alright, that is probably going to do then for this video. Oh wait. Funnily enough, this is like one of the first... We haven't seen that many fence gates. And that is actually a good sign, because fence gates are super annoying to place. But yeah. Okay, thanks for watching.